Hey guys, Angry Joe here, and I'm with Dave, the creative director for Star Trek VR and a lot of other VR projects, yes?
We have Werewolves Within and Star Trek VR at Red Storm, yeah?
Excellent, excellent. So I am super excited about this game. As you can tell, this one was one of a surprises of the show.
Right.
And it was really awesome because this is a dream game of mine, to be on the freaking bridge and play this, because there are board games like this style, and there are other video games like Artemis and all these other different things, and it's awesome to see that you guys bring this to Star Trek universe. When did you start thinking about this?
I think the original idea we started thinking around in 2014, and we'd been working on some social multiplayer non-VR stuff. And then for me, VR dates back to the 90s. I've been super passionate about it for a long time. And we started thinking about social VR and crew-based experiences. And I started talking to licensing guys, and I saw in a deck that they showed me a Star Trek, and I'm like, wait, that's perfect. Social is in the DNA of the brand. And secondly, we've never been able to be on the bridge as a crew together before, and VR enables that to happen.
Yeah.
So we're super jazzed to we need to make this game.
There are 1,000 billion questions in my mind because I'm such a Star Trek nerd and a Trekkie. Obviously, I think the J.J. Abrams universe is cool, but this is one of the games that I might buy DLC if you guys give us other crew, TNG, original. Is that possibilities for DLC, or is that maybe even in the game? Are we different bridges?
Let's just say this is the first bridge we're showing.
Okay, I like this.
We're definitely interested in doing a lot more with the brand.
So I got hands-on. Hopefully I can intersperse some footage in here for you guys. We played it. I was tactical, of course, the guy with the guns.
Right.
That's the only way to go. And helm is very, very important. So that's all self-explanatory. Tactical, you fire the weapons, you can lock onto things, scan things. Helm, you're driving the ship. That's really essential. Engineering, you're providing the power where it needs to go. And what else on engineering?
So engineering is rerouting power. The transporter functionality is currently there as well. And charging warp coils, of course, that's an important part. And so at E3 in this build, it's just a few different things on each station because we can't put everything on there. People need to pick it up quickly.
Yeah.
But we want to have more advanced functionality for each station for the full game.
Yeah, one thing that I'm sorry I keep putting this tribble in your face, but there's a super loud.
First time I've ever done a tribble in my face interview.
Hey man, it's Star Trek.
It's perfect for the
So for the captain, I don't understand the captain because I didn't get to see the captain console. Am I just yelling out and screaming orders because I would be the captain of my own ship?
Right. So the design mantra for the captain really is we want to help make the captain the smartest person in the room, and the reason being is on the shows everybody listens to the captain because the script says to, right? Yeah. But in multiplayer video games, well, that's going to be a little different. Yeah. So we need to make sure the crew relies on the captain. So tips from Starfleet, it's I have special information about this mission, and therefore I have information the crew needs, and I can help guide them. And coordination is the other big part of it. Yeah. But the captain is also controlling what's on the view screen and is going to have additional information.
Okay, so he's got a console of his own, so he does his own with the touch controllers.
Right, so we've taken a few, made a few differences with the ship. As you know, it's not the Enterprise, it's a variant of it, and it has an Enterprise-like feel, so we want people to feel that, right? But it also gives us a few liberties for gameplay. For example, the captain has little AR screens that project off the armchairs. So as opposed to we couldn't fit everything just on the armchair, right? So and we've turned the front two stations in 45 degrees just because it's better from a social presence perspective, the players seeing each other. So yeah, the captain will have some good information. Of course, he relies on the crew for other types of information.
Yeah. So this is really exciting for me. It's very high up on my buddy's Tons of Fun list. Number 1, it's number 3 on mine or 7. I don't remember, but it's because I'm very worried because it's a VR thing. A lot of VR, these early VR games are basically tech demos, little tastes and slice of games. There's one game that puts you in this dogfight and it's so awesome, and then you get pulled out about it. It fades out and you're done, right? Is this a substantial experience? Is this a real game, or is it just a tech demo?
No, it's a game. We're not looking to make a 60-minute demo or anything. There'll be story missions with an arc. You're going to go through episodes like being in a Star Trek show.
Yes.
And we're also building a mission generator, so you can generate a mission with randomized elements. So you
can play those over and over in different ways?
Right. So we want to have a lot of legs, gameplay time, and replay value. It's year 1 of VR, so you're not getting the huge scope games that...
Right, I was going to ask, how much of Yeah. How much of the bridge is modeled for? Are you able to get up and walk around, or that's not the part of the experience?
So currently it's a seated experience, but the main thing is we want to have depth in the gameplay and gameplay value. And this is a VR game. It's not a VR experience or demo.
Yeah. And there is the view screen is so iconic on the different episodes of Star Trek. Please, incorporate. I already know that it is incorporated. People talk to you on it. But are you ever, as a captain, forced to make decisions, hard decisions, like they're asking for help, they're in the neutral zone or something, and you have to make a decision, like branching paths on decisions?
Absolutely. So,
yes. Yes.
I mean, we don't actually want to make you choose a branch, though, where everything branches. What we want to do is set up a situation where you're weighing, well, there's this, what we need to do. There's also this. They have maybe similar value, importance, and you guys have to decide how we're going to go about it, right?
Like go over here or let them deal with themselves and go over there.
So I'll give you an example of a sample mission we wrote up, like when we were deciding how we want missions to play in the game. So this isn't exactly what the mission that would be in the game, but it'll give you a good idea of what we have in mind. So in the E3 demo, you saw there's a space station with these escape pods because it's been damaged, and there's, let's say, Vulcan scientists inside of it, right, in the escape pods. But at the same time, then you get a distress call from a nearby planet who is about to be bombarded by Klingons. Now, you could maybe use your tractor beam to get those pods in safely because there's a star that's giving your transporter interference, or you could warp out of there and go save as many people on the planet as possible. So what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Now, people will be like, well, we got to rescue these people in the escape pods. Or no, we got to go save the people on the planet. Or then there's like the Kirk option. No, we're going to use our transporter. It's risky. We might beam them out into space because of the interference, but we're going to try and do it all. And that's the kind of thing, we don't want to give a right or wrong answer. It's like, how are you going to, what's most important to you as a crew?
You're saying the right things, man. This is good. Are we going to be seeing like maybe some fan stuff, fan service, like the Kobayashi Maru, the Picard maneuver, all these things in here?
We want to make it feel like Star Trek, let me say that.
Oh man, I'm loving this. Okay, one final question, because I know you got short on time. This is really cool, and I'm wondering, is there any options for multiplayer PvP? Is it not extended there yet? Because I can imagine a Klingon bridge and Klingons coming at you.
It's definitely high on the list of things, like I said, we'd like to do more with the game.
Yeah.
That's obviously would be awesome.
So if this does well, we could be seeing more in these types of bridge experiences.
Yeah, we want to expand on it for sure.
So what systems is this going to be for, or is there like is it exclusive to any particular headset?
No, it'd be Rift, Vive, HTC, and PSVR.
All right, man. And when can we look forward to playing this thing?
So it's going to be fall 2016. I do want to add one thing, that it's also playable with 1 to 4 players. It doesn't require 4 players.
Oh, so you could solo this thing. You don't have to buy, all that, or have friends that are all rich that have headsets, because that's kind of a high barrier to entry, and I hope you guys realize that with the sales, and it's still successful. You should do, more, expand on the experience.
Right. So you can be the captain would always be a human player. So you could be the captain with 3 AI crew members. Give them basic orders, they'll give you updates, they'll operate their station. If you want to do something yourself or something more complicated, you can temporarily jump in there, do it yourself, jump back to captain. Or you could do that with 2 friends and 2 NPCs. So we want to make it as flexible as possible. And of course, like here, we show it everybody in the same room because we got to demo it that way at E3, but it would be you in your living room and me in my living room, and we could be across the country, but on the bridge together.
All righty. Well, hopefully the connection's stable and all that stuff, because this is split-second decisions that we're making here.
Yeah. I mean, online multiplayer, we know that works, right?
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. It's going to come out this fall, right? What months are in fall?
We're the fall months.
Yeah. God damn it. All right. Well, I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show.